Define psychedelics for us, for the audience, and some of the negative stigma that it's had, and what it's being used for now, the benefits, et cetera.
So they're a class of drug that, from a phenomenological perspective, like what you actually feel, is a loss of your identity, which is absolutely terrifying. It sounds terrifying, and yes, it is terrifying. You start to disassociate from who you think you are, the stories that you tell about yourself. And there's different types of psychedelics, and there's different ways that people have defined them. But that's kind of how I think of them, is these medicines, these drugs that will actually help you break down the stories that we have, the stories that create our reality. They create an altered state in us, and the texture of these altered states, depending on the type of medicine, is very different. Some of them are very visual, some of them are very introspective, some of them are very social, but all of them help us break down what these stories are. There are facts in life, things you can see with your eyes, but most of the context that we live in is the stories about how we interpret those facts. Psychedelics allow us to see those stories for what they are and actually question if they're true or if they could be totally different. One of the terms people use for psychedelics is neuroplastogen. What they mean by that is that it creates neuroplasticity in the brain. And what it's physically doing in your brain is allowing different parts of your brain to start talking to each other that haven't been talking before. And what that means is forming new thoughts, forming new ways of thinking. And so it allows you, and especially in a creative line of work like being an entrepreneur, it allows you to think of the world differently and get out of perspectives that may be holding you back.